Hello, good morning children. Now we have already started with the lesson, that is your SST I am going to take today. We have already started with the lesson time. So your Miss, she has explained the previous part, and today I am going to explain, that is page number 4 and page number 5. That is, today you will learn about drawing a timetable, and you will also learn about or understand what a calendar is. So students, I'll start my work and I hope you all will pay attention. How are you? I think you are safe. Stay safe and stay at home. Let's start.
Good morning children. Welcome to St. Paul's virtual class. So children, all of you take out your book ICSE Wow Social Studies, that is the study material, that is class 3 subject social studies lesson 3. So the lesson 3 is we learn about time. So last class we have already started with the lesson, and now I will give you the explanation of page number 4 and 5. That is page number 4 and 5. So lesson 3 time, page number 4 and 5. Now children, in your last class your miss has explained you what a timeline is. So children, let me once again repeat or remind you that a timeline is a graphical representation of a period of time on which important events are marked. So children, timeline, what we have learned, that is we will learn now to draw a timeline. We know what a timeline is, but now we will represent it by drawing a timeline. Now I'll explain you what we have to do. So our topic today is drawing a timeline. So first we will decide what we want to show on the timeline. Children, you can make your own timeline, like when you are born, then after that when you started crawling, then walking, then jumping, running, or these all things, like we can make your own, you can form your own timeline. You can make your own timeline, or you can take Sachin Tendulkar's timeline you can make, or you can make the timeline of Hrithik Roshan, any interesting person whom you feel like, you can make his or her timeline. Next, we will make a list of those events. Suppose I am making a timeline, so I have to jot down, that is in this diary I will write whose timeline I am going to make. That is the very first thing, whose timeline I am going to form, or whose timeline I am going to draw. Next, we will make a list of those events. List of those events means children, that is we will jot down one after the other, that is the events in sequence. So what we will do, one event we will keep on writing, and after that the third point is record the dates of the occurrence of the events that we want to include in the timeline. So what do you understand by this? That is, first we have decided whose timeline we will make. Clear? Children, it is clear? Okay. Now next we will write the list of those events which has occurred in that person's life. Third, we will do on the left hand side of the page, with the events we will write the dates. So when we write the dates, we can understand that in this particular date this event took place. Is it clear children? Yes, I think till this much you have understood. Okay, now the fourth thing is we will arrange these events in a sequence from the earliest to the latest. That is, the events, it will come one after other, we will arrange in sequence. Now the children, the word, what does this sequence means? This sequence. Now what does this word means? That is your sequence. So by this word sequence, we means in a series, how it will go from earliest to the latest, that is from beginning to the last. Suppose I take your example. Think that you were born in 2013. So born, when you are born, that is coming the first event, that is the earliest one. This is the earliest one when you are born. Then we come to the latest one. After that come to the latest one till now, till date which has occurred in your life. Okay, now calculate the number of segments that the timeline will have based on the number of events. Suppose you are born in 2013, so you jot one date. Then when you started walking, suppose you started walking on 2014, that is another event. So this way, one after the other, you write the events, and last you see how many events that you will make as segments. So as many events are there, that many it is becoming segments. Now here you can see I have drawn, just creating a framework. I have chosen Gandhiji's life. He is my favorite person whom I like, and I have written Bapu. He is the father of the nation. So I want to create his timeline. So in his timeline, when I create a framework, first I will write when he was born. He was born on 1869. See, he was born on 1869. So this is the first event. First event is your when he was born, and which is the last event? Here is 1950. 1950 is the last event. So this is the last. Children, the previous slide I told you we start with the first, that is the earliest, and the latest, that is the last event. So this is a rough thing first you are going to draw for a timeline, and I have chosen Gandhiji's life. I think till this much it is clear. Okay, it will be more clear when I go to the next page. See, first in the previous slide I have shown you that here this much was a rough sketch of this first one and the last one. Now in between you see so many events it has come. Here now, after first one is 1869, he was born. Then 1888 he moved to London for higher studies. Then you see the sequence is coming one after the other. Third, 1893 went to South Africa to practice law. So this is the third event. Now we come to the fourth event, that is 1915 he returned to India to participate in Indian freedom movement. This is the fourth event. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then 1942 he launched Quit India movement. These are the events which has occurred in Gandhiji's life. Then 1947 India became independent, that is India becomes independent in the year 1947. That means we were free from slavery. India got freedom from Britishers. Then at last he was assassinated. What is assassinated? Means he was murdered, that was, or he died in the year 1950. So here you got the total timeline of Gandhiji's life. This way you can make the timeline of any personality whom you like. Yes, so we have understood about drawing a timeline. Now I come to the next topic, that is understanding a calendar. Children, you all know calendar, what a calendar is, and you also give your calendar like you give it to your teacher, private teacher. When you come after the New Year days, you come and you present a calendar to your teacher. So exactly what a calendar is, that we need to know today. So a calendar is a chart or a series of papers showing days, weeks and months of a year. So what all we have in a calendar? We have days, weeks and months of a particular year, and that is a calendar. Now there are two types of calendar, children. We will learn, one is the lunar calendar and one is the Gregorian calendar. So we are going to study about the Gregorian calendar. And Gregorian calendar is the current calendar system which is recognized internationally by almost every country in the world. So we will study about the Gregorian calendar. So if anybody will ask you what is a Gregorian calendar, you will say Gregorian calendar is the current calendar system and it is recognized internationally by almost all the country. Clear? Okay. Yes, children, just that I have explained, but so that you can understand it more better, I have made here a calendar and the month I have made here is of June. So the present year is this is 2020, and I have made the calendar, the month I have placed here is, that is June. That is the month of June I am showing you in this slide. Now, you will have a question, like if anybody can ask you in your this page or in the slide, what is this SMTWTFS? So what will you say? You will say that these are the first letters of a particular day. That is, we know there are 7 days in a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we will say? Here S stands for Sunday, M stands for Monday, T stands for Tuesday, W for Wednesday, T for Thursday, F for Friday, and S for Saturday. So these are the days of the week, and these are the number of days in a particular month. So what you can see by the picture, that this month is having 30 days. We know, children, we have studied in maths also that we have 30 or 31 days. Only February has 28 or 29 days except leap year. But we have, like in June month, we have 30 days. So here you see the last number is coming at 30. Yes. Which is the first day of this month here? This is Monday, is 1st June. And the last day here is 30, that is Tuesday, because we will see the column, we will refer to the column. Now, to explain you better, here are some questions related to this calendar, this month. How many days are in June? So see, a simple question is asked here, how many days are in June? So what will you say? The last number is 30. So easily you can say there are 30 days in the month of June. So June has 30 days. So this is 30. Okay? Yes. Now we come to the next part, question, that is question number B. What day of the week is June 20? Now what we will do? We will see where is our June 20, where? Yes. Here is June 20, and when you come to the column, which column is coming? It is coming S, that is Saturday. So what will you say? When anybody will say you or ask you, when is June 20th, can you please see the calendar and tell me? You will tell yes, it is on Saturday. And they will praise you, such a small child, he knows everything about the calendar. Okay, then I go to the next question. Now the third question is, what day is the third Tuesday in June? So here you see, we will see the Tuesday column. The question is, what day is the third Tuesday? So this Tuesday in the month of June, we have which all dates? 2nd, we have 9, we have 16, we have 23, we have, and 30 we have. Now when we start counting here, now here we see 1, this is 2, this is 3. So the third Tuesday, that is Tuesday, is June is your 16th. So Tuesday, third Tuesday is your 16th. So is it clear? Yes? Should I proceed? Okay. Now next question, I come here again. Now the next question is, how many Sundays are in June? Very simple question. By this time I think you have understood, and you can tell me, before me also you will tell the answer. But because it is online, I can't hear your voice. Otherwise you all are very smart children. So here, how many Sundays are in June? So directly we can see here the Sunday. And Sunday column when you go, we see 7, 14, 21, 28. These are the dates. So how many? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 4 Sundays in the month of June. Now we come to the last question. What day of the week is 1st of July? Yes, this is a bit tricky question because you will say here it is only month of June is shown. How will I say about July? The answer is hidden here only because after 30th this month gets over and the next month is July. So July 1st is falling on Wednesday. So here you see which dates are not given here. Till 30th this month is ending. Month is ending here only. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and these 4 numbers children are of the month of July. So 1st July is on which day? It is on Wednesday. So is it clear? I hope this page is clear to you all. Yes. Now we have understood what is, how will you draw a timeline and how you will understand the calendar. Now let me once again take a quick recap. A timeline is a graphical representation of a period of time on which important events are marked. A calendar is a chart or a series of papers showing days, weeks and months of a year. Gregorian calendar is the current calendar system which is recognized internationally by almost every country in the world. A calendar helps us to plan, organize the important events, remember dates and celebrate occasions. So children, this part is over. This page 4 and 5 of lesson number 3 I have explained. You go through it and you can draw your timeline in your rough notebook or any place. You can make your own timeline. You can make your father's timeline, mother or anybody's you want. Bye. Happy learning. Stay safe.